LA rapper Nuke Bizzle raked in $700,000 from unemployment fraud and was only caught after he wrote a song about it. A Nigerian gang made off with $2 million. California prison inmates stole $1 billion, with some benefits even paid to convicts on death row. It was all part of a massive raid on the unemployment system in California, where Julie Su, President Biden's nominee to become the next labor secretary, was then the state's labor commissioner. The total loss now estimated at more than $30 billion. Nationwide, pandemic unemployment fraud pegged at more than $100 billion.
It's the biggest fleecing of America I think we'll ever see.
California was the epicenter, and critics say Su bears some responsibility.
California's state audit found that your directives jeopardize the integrity of the system. Why did you take those actions? Why did you jeopardize the integrity of the system?
The pandemic unemployment assistance program was more vulnerable to fraud. Again, it was a balance there of wanting to get money out quickly because we needed to. And then once we saw the fraud, we took immediate steps.
Su was confirmed after that contentious hearing in 2021 as deputy labor secretary on a party line vote. Now, some moderate Democrats are wavering on whether to support promoting her to cabinet rank. Her confirmation hearing is tomorrow. Critics are asking whether Su should better answer for what happened on her watch in California and whether she's done enough in her current job to fix the nationwide problems that led to the fraud.
I think she's been there for 22, 23 months. What have we accomplished? Are we in a better position? And most importantly, are we in a position to deal with the next economic downturn? I fear we're not. I fear most states are not. Because there hasn't been that coordinated leadership from D.C.
John Palash ran Kentucky's unemployment system before taking a political job overseeing unemployment relief in the Trump administration.
I think a lot of it has to do with...
He says Su made decisions in California that contributed to the record fraud there. He cites a January 2021 state audit, which said that California's unemployment agency under Su waited about 4 months to automate a key anti-fraud measure, took incomplete action against claims filed from suspicious addresses, and removed a key safeguard against improper payments without fully understanding the significance of the safeguard. Su has said she inherited a neglected system and responded as best she could to an unprecedented attack by organized criminal groups during the pandemic. The Labor Department under Su has awarded hundreds of millions of dollars in grants to states to upgrade aging computer systems. Su has said that fixing the long-neglected problems will take time.
I was completely shocked, upset, and like, this has to be a joke.
That doesn't satisfy Stephen and Gloria Clark. Documents show someone stole the couple's identity in early 2021 and made off with $30,000 in California unemployment benefits. They don't live in California, they live in Iowa. They found out when they got a notice from the IRS saying they owe nearly $4,000 in taxes.
How many times would you say you tried to either call or email California's Labor Department about your problem?
Trying to reach out by phone, it had to be anywhere between, I think, 15 to 20 times.
But they got no response for months. Then the IRS deducted the money from this year's tax refund.
No, I'm just hoping that, you know, California and even our federal government will do something, work a little bit harder to get this rectified. You know, I think, you know, those of us who live regular lives here in the United States, we need a help.
All right, Ken Dilanian joins us live tonight here in Top Story. So, Ken, in fairness, you know, California was not the only state hit by this fraud. It was happening all across the country. So what are Julie Su supporters planning to say, or what's their strategy tomorrow?
You know, you're absolutely right, Tom. California by far lost the most money to fraud, but this happened in nearly every state. And what Julie Su's supporters would say is the unemployment system has been neglected for years, underfunded. And she would also say that they never could have anticipated this organized attack by criminal groups against the pandemic unemployment relief program. That said, though, it's absolutely the case that government watchdogs warned early on that fraud was exploding at the beginning of this, and California and other states were very late to act. I guess the biggest thing we're looking to see tomorrow is whether these concerns influence any of the votes of the senators who have to decide whether to confirm her to cabinet ranks.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.